Hey everybody, and welcome back again to another episode of the Wish You Were Beer Show. Charlie says hello first and foremost. Other than that, if you haven't seen the show before, this is a weekly live beer review show that we do every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern here on YouTube. You can also stream it through Facebook as well. If you'll do us a favor right on the front end or at any point in this episode, when you get time, go down to the About section. Make sure that you like the episode and also subscribe to the channel. If you're in a different time zone or, you're like I am and just don't remember when things happen, you'll get some reminders on it, but also it really helps us out a lot. We would appreciate it. You can also find all of our subscription-based services that we use down there. You can find our website, all our social medias, Twitter, Instagram. Again, we do have a Facebook, and that's great. We have a website as well. Go check it all out, please. We'd appreciate the support anywhere that you can find us and that works for you. Obviously, YouTube is a big proponent of that. So make sure you like and subscribe and follow along. And good. Andy's here for reels this week, yes. He says.
Ugh.
We're not posting any reels. This is actually a live show.
Yeah, what is this? Yik Yak for reels with a Z? Yeah, you college kids. Y'all think of the craziest things. But we appreciate everybody stopping by. Make sure if you go through the website, you can find all of our past episodes. You can catalog all of our beers we've had. You can try beers we've had. You can find them pretty easily for the most part, other than some of the locals that we've had.
Speaking of websites, are we getting there yet?
Right off the bat. Okay.
I don't know.
No one knows who the fuck we are, but yeah, let's jump into the website.
I'm Tiffany.
Great. I'm Daniel.
Sorry.
Oh, now the order is all thrown off. What's going on?
No, I'm ready for it.
This is really just for those who listen to us as a podcast. Yeah. We're just trying to throw everyone for a loop.
And honestly, who's actually watching this in the first 1 minute of it? It's all people we know anyway.
Yeah,
so,
no one tunes in this early.
Caution to the damn wind.
Who knows, actually. Should be fine.
This is true. And yes, we have done this show before. Thank you very much.
What is
I'm not sure at this point.
Honestly.
Episode, hold on, I have it.
78.
No.
Yep. And eons.
Episode 72.
So I was 6 off. That's not
wow.
I'm just, really, it's me. How am I still this
We all know it's you, Tiffany. We're very
Trust
aware.
me, the entirety of the internet knows it's you. So here's what we're gonna do, real quick. Just as we're gonna test the waters on this for how a show works.
Okay.
I'm gonna introduce myself. I'm gonna throw it to you.
Okay.
You say who you are.
Okay.
And then you say, and that beautiful bearded man on the other side is.
Oh God! Don't give her lines. Don't give her lines. You know that's a bad idea.
Let's try it real quick. So
yeah.
It's your first time stopping by. We really appreciate it. As always, I'm Daniel, and this is
Tiffany, and that beautiful bearded lagerjack man over there on the other screen is.
I thought you were going to say more. I'm so used to you saying more all the time that I was just waiting for it.
He's Phil. It's Phil.
Yeah. I'm Phil.
We are going to figure this out one day. I swear to God.
I ad-libbed a little and I threw Phil off again.
And when it finally happens, it's going to be even less awkward than Pat Sajak talking to Vanna White for the last 1 minute of Wheel of Fortune, because they've been talking for 50 years and somehow still don't know each other's cadences and who's supposed to talk and when. And
I was waiting for a Wheel of Fortune reference on this show. I was really holding
This
on
can't
for
be
it.
the first, right?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, wow.
On a somewhat.
It might be.
That's the first Wheel of Fortune reference? Holy shit.
I mean, I remember Wheel of Fortune references normally. So
normally that's my thing.
Yeah, that's my real big thing.
Oh, here's Captain Jumps Ship a lot. Oh, stop him whenever it's convenient.
No, he's got what's his face from
What
Lord
is
of the
this
Rings.
going on?
No, he's got what's his face from Lord of the Rings. It's in the corner. He's like
changing it up.
Dude.
Yeah.
What is his name?
He got tired of getting joked on for being a 12-year-old girl. That's all.
Lord of the Rings.
Don't overload your brain.
Let's all just sit in silence and let Tiffany think of this reference.
Yes.
No,
Here we go.
It's fine. Everyone's fine.
This should be great for the podcast only version.
I'll have to Google it.
Everyone be silent, like the radio likes.
It does not go well for me.
So
everyone thinks their AirPods just disconnected. They're all confused.
True story.
DT Rider.
I'm driving. Be safe. Stop
Yeah,
texting,
don't-
damn it.
Don't
All right.
text and drive.
So, as Tiffany really prematurely mentioned, which is weird because normally in the relationship, I'm the premature one. She.
Hey-o.
Heyo, that's
Bazinga!
the thing. No, but we do have a little bit of an updated website. So we always had a website, but we updated it quite a bit as of late. And when I say we updated the website, Phil updated the website because I don't know how to find the website still. So
He had to bookmark
obviously
it.
it's Phil.
Daniel bookmarked it and then couldn't figure out where his bookmarks were.
True story. Because I looked for him in a book
And
and,
he
I was
does
like, oh, wait,
not
this is
know-
internet.
He does not know the title of the show still either. He's
Nope.
still learning.
No, I've fucked it up more than once. But that being said, we have a new-ish website, and basically it's a little more interactive. It's a little easier to.
Why do you keep saying new-ish? It's a brand new website. I
It
worked
rolled
very
out
hard on it.
Monday.
Phil? Because I already gave you some credit. I'm trying not to just jerk you off here. I'm trying to take it a little easy.
Look, I've been alone for a few days. I could use a little.
I don't need any help in that category. No, but basically the website's been revamped pretty much in its entirety, like all jokes aside. And we actually have a live merch site now.
Oh snap! Look, it's our website.
So,
Those of your
that's our
podcast people
current
will
show.
just go there.
yeah. So
And-
it'll keep up live feed on all of our past episodes, our upcoming episodes. It does have a merch tab as well. And when you click through to the merch,
Say what? Merch tab.
it's got some shirts, it's got some coffee mugs, it's
Oh,
got
look at that.
some. I don't think we have any like branded prophylactics yet, which I'm making a big push for, but nobody's
Yep.
on board with.
They're there. They're just hidden. You gotta find
We
them.
do have a fanny pack though.
I love that they're hidden.
Yeah,
Thanks.
for everyone who needs a good fanny pack, I have a feeling this one's gonna be sold out real quick.
For the record, I was scrolling. So, not that I need another fanny pack. How?
Yeah, you do.
I was looking through it, and it's got like all these cool pockets. Like it's got like it looked like it had like interior branding. Like
Oh.
it was legit. Highly recommend this fanny pack. I will buy it.
For those of you who saw our episode last week, excuse me, Haley from Killsboro mentioned that she played donkey basketball.
Yes.
So we made her this shirt and sent it to her and figured, yeah, why not? Throw it on the website. Let's see if anybody else is proud to be a donkey basketball champion.
So
I think we're gonna get a few sales on this one.
Ain't no doubt.
So I had a colleague of mine who saw the website and was like, your merch is amazing, and I don't know which shirt I want. Like, I'm going to
Ooh.
need all of them. So,
I don't know if you make that
Jordan,
kind of
if you're
money.
out there, just buy all of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do put it in my fooder or put it in your fooder. It's really up to you.
Yeah.
Honestly, so many people ask me about that put it in my fooder shirt.
Yeah.
Every time. They're like, where does that exist? And I'm like, here currently, but we're working on it.
Now it's available. So, anyone who wants to put it in your fooder or put it in my fooder,
Don't email us about putting it in the fooder.
it's a shirt that you can purchase. It's
Yes.
Well, so my goal with this is I'm hoping that there's something that inspires a shirt for every episode, and
I
I
agree.
will make a shirt for every single one.
And then
So-
the merch site will just be,
outrageous.
it'll be the encyclopedia for merch.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, which
I'm not going back unless someone's got something really good they want. Also,
Sure.
feel free to hit up our contact us page on there if you want to like submit your ideas for a shirt, because
Yes.
chances
We
are
do
it'll get made. I got
Chances
nothing
are we'll
else
fucking put
going
a
on.
sign on it.
We do need like a put a fish on it or
Oh,
something.
nope, not gonna happen. Nope.
Put a
No.
fish on it?
It's the John Mallet reference with the fish,
No,
but it's also
no.
a
We
land
might need a mallet.
reference.
We might need a mallet reference in there so we can get a nice cease and desist. I think that would be.
Can we
kinda
just
nice.
stop? We don't have to do we don't even have to do a reference. Let's just stop frame the video when he looked towards the door to let the cat out. And that's the shirt. It just says
Pop
wish
it
you
on
were
a
here,
shirt.
and he's looking off screen towards the sliding door. Problem
I
solved.
don't know.
All right.
Right.
Can it just be I've got to let my cat out?
I want that shirt
Wish you
now.
were beer show.
All right.
So if you've wanted merch for sometime over the past 72 episodes, it's happening now.
Now's,
We're there.
Good luck.
now's
out
your
there.
chance. It's all downhill from here.
It's all So, buy something. Make us feel like it was all worth it.
Give us $1 because that's basically what it boils down to for each of us if you buy one shirt.
Minus all the fees.
Yeah,
It's more like 53 cents, I think.
Basically,
is what we
send
make.
me a Sacagawea gold coin because I think those are
Ooh.
worth less than $1 now.
No, I think
Mhm.
they're definitely worth more than $1.
No, those are the newer ones. They're not worth anything. They put them in currency rotation, but they're only worth $1. It's just
Oh.
a joke. Yeah.
The show's staying right on track.
Yeah,
I
we're
love it.
doing well.
I love it. You know what we should do? We should get rid of everything we're talking about and let's have a beer tonight.
What?
No. Oh, I thought you were. We should stop doing the rest of the show. We should just keep talking casually for the whole hour. Just.
I mean, there's a lot of podcasts
Not
that
even talk
exist
about
still,
beer.
and that's pretty fucking accurate.
There are.
Yeah. Including ours.
But we're not
All right.
Jason Bateman and Will Arnett, so no one's going to listen to it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we are on Apple Podcasts now, which I thought was a big deal.
That's
what the
that's
kids tell me.
how did that happen?
I submitted it, and it got
And
accepted.
it got approved?
I don't know how or why.
So there's no
but it's-
gauge as to who can be on there.
Or just someone was like, yeah, we'll give them a try.
Nope, just submit. It's up. That's all it takes.
Thank you, Tim Apple.
Yeah.
Well, what are we drinking tonight?
Well, not that.
I know, but let's
Okay,
talk
I'm just,
about
I'm
this.
just making
Let's-
sure. Real
what are we
quick.
currently drinking before we're drinking the actual show beer? Because obviously we're adults and we are going
Correct.
to have more than one beer, even though today's show is a triple IPA.
Mm.
So good luck out there. We'll see you around the 45-minute mark when this doesn't make any sense.
Dave, we will get you some yoga pants. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
We can
God.
make some yoga pants.
Only if they're male yoga pants.
Yeah.
All right.
So thanks to Vero. We didn't really realize that we had these for last episode. Vero, who helped us procure the Killsborough beers we had last week, actually sent us a second beer to be drinking during that episode. And
Instead, we're drinking it today.
so we're drinking it now. And it is the Lapse in Judgment. It's a New England Pale Ale, and it's a 5.7. And it is really good.
Super good.
So anyway, I just want to say thanks, Vero. Sorry that we suck at life and did not see this.
And if you watched last week's, I was drinking a second one from Hillsborough.
Mhm.
Yes, you were. And I
So
was
you
like,
reckon.
oh, and I was like, huh, I wonder how we got that. And then
Man,
we
weird.
looked in the pantry and we're like, oh,
Ah,
it's here. We have one too.
it's down in the bottom left.
Yeah. I hid it from myself so well that I literally forgot it existed.
All right.
Should we get into what we're doing tonight? We're like just lazy tonight, I feel like.
I love it because
I
it's because
didn't-
there's no guest tonight,
I
and
didn't
it's been a
realize-
while. So I think we're
that's
taking
what
a
it
rant.
is.
Yeah.
That's 100% what it is.
Yep. It's like, oh, it's just nice to talk to Phil, and
Yeah, we're just
And
hanging out.
also, like, my brain's a little off because we don't have a guest. So I'm like, wait a second, I got to fill the space.
Yeah.
It's-
And I'm like, yeah, all right, I'm on this. I mean, I'm ready for it. I just was like, my brain just not.
Haley was a gift last week because she filled the space for all of them. She was just like, I'll talk about this and talk, and I
Yeah.
was like, I love it.
She was fantastic.
I mean, she talked about donkey basketball, which is a shirt you can buy on our merch store.
All right, so we do have a triple IPA that we're doing tonight, which is exciting because I love a good 10.5% beer. It's one of my favorites. So we are doing Infinity Polar Vortex. It's from Equilibrium Brewing, and it was actually brewed in conjunction with Northern Monk, which is also in the can. I'm excited for this. I love triples, but
It's gonna be rough, probably. Like just
no,
not the beer itself rough. I more meant like
yeah.
when I finish the can.
I've had a lot of we've
I finish
we've
the
had a lot
can.
of Equilibrium beers
Yes,
already,
and they are fantastic.
and they haven't missed yet. So I'm excited for the triple.
Did you know that they are in like one of the top 5 like breweries?
Is that in trivia?
No,
Okay,
no. Oh, look, you got
Oh.
it.
there you go.
What?
Yay, Phil.
I know. I stepped it up this week.
I'm so impressed. So those of you who are listening on a podcast, one, you should really just watch this live. It says currently ranked in the top 5 for regional breweries in the world and ranked in the top 10 for most check-ins on Untapped. So yes, this is the fun fact that I literally just remembered. And Phil is so on top of it that he read my mind and put it up at the same
I
time.
love it.
But yeah, super exciting. They are like really, they distribute really like heavily, and their
Must
beers are
be, yeah.
fantastic. So maybe
Well,
you can find them.
I have a crazy idea then. Now that we've learned one small fact about them, we should learn some more history and facts about them. I was just going to say if it's available, but somebody
Phil, you
cut me
say
the
that
fuck
your brain
off.
isn't working, but that was
But that was money.
I felt it, and I thought you dragged a little as you saw me struggling to get to the clip.
No, we are just dragging. That's just us.
So, for those of you who may be unfamiliar with the show, this is where we go through a little bit of history and facts, which is more so morphed into trivia. Son of a bitch.
For those of you podcast listeners, that is a beautiful little cutscene
that Phil threw up because I said the two words again.
You will never get rid of.
So this is the trivia portion of the show. So if you're logged in to YouTube specifically is easier, but you can also do it through Facebook. You can comment along with us. You can play trivia with us. There's a little bit of a small delay, so just play ball with us if we don't mention your comment first. Don't at me, donkey basketball. But so we're going to do some trivia, sometimes about the beer style, sometimes about the brewery specifically, sometimes about the beer from the brewery specifically or the cause. But that's up to Tiffany because me and Phil don't have any of the answers. So we'll also be playing trivia with everybody in the audience. So roll it.
Question one.
Question one. Equilibrium Brewery started with what cause in mind? A, creating a like-minded community. B, environmental and clean water initiatives. Or C, teaching brewing to college dropouts, which is a career building opportunity.
I mean, I get that one.
Oh, man. These are all very nice.
Yeah.
You know what? I felt like even though I took all day to make these in between the like 90 meetings I had today, that I was doing okay. We'll see what the latter ones are because I was really distracted.
That's when we get to the shitty ones. The third, fourth questions are just like, what color is equilibrium? I'm like, that's not a question.
I don't think they're ever that bad.
How many meetings did Tiffany have?
I just today was ridiculous. All right, Gabriel says B.
While driving, he's jumping right in. Good for him.
And they're in New York. I could see environmental and clean water initiatives. Creating a like-minded community sounds like a nice packaged brewery thing to have as an initiative. I'm going to go with A. I think A sounds like a nice wrapped up, like this is easy. We can do whatever we want now. We're creating a like-minded community.
Vero says B. Cady says A.
Creating a like-minded community seems a little too vague for me. Like you can't really build a whole cause of just being like, I just want to create a like-minded community. It's just kind of like
what your community is.
Feels like we need a little bit more.
I've been doing it for years, Bill.
So I'm going with B on this one. I think it's going to be something sciencey and with the name, and that's where I'm going with this one. Okay. Although I do like C because that would have been nice. Yeah, if as someone who didn't go to college, having someone be like, hey, you want to make some beer? I would have been like, oh yeah, let's go. Yeah,
actually, I was going to college, but you mentioned beer, so let's do that instead. I wouldn't even be a dropout. I would have been a never accepted if somebody mentioned it prior to that.
I mean,
they would have been like, you got to join and then you got to quit. That's what they would have said.
You got to join, then quit, or you're not accepted. We're trying to create a like-minded community here. God damn it.
Of college dropouts.
I love this is actually all answers are true. We're creating a like-minded community of people who are consciously environmental and clean water and also dropped out of college. This is a very specific brewery.
Tiffany?
All right, so they actually started at MIT and they were environmental engineering. So they had this desire to make clean water for people in need in places like Haiti, Bangladesh, Vietnam, and actually the United States because we are apparently also lumped into those.
Flint's a thing.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway, but they learned this how to clean water and really remove the concentrations of stuff in water. And so this taking bad stuff out of water actually really kind of fell into the same groove as the craft beer and the craft beer experience. And anyway,
Experiment may have worked as well.
Yeah,
actually.
but anyway, so one of their things is still kind of somewhat around like the community building, because I think every brewery is a community builder, but that wasn't the initiative that they were going with.
So I get half points.
Nope.
Okay.
No points for you.
I'm just shocked that guys from MIT started a brewery. I just feel like we never heard that story before.
It's weird because normally it is just a bunch of people who drink beer and don't know anything.
No, that's the weird everyone part. Who's like, hey, I have all this like weird science teaching knowledge. Or
it's always like
money.
It's always like some like frat bro who partners up with some like nerd. And those two get together and they
100% the ownership group of almost every brewery. I agree 100%.
Yes.
Doesn't have to be a bro. Just saying.
No.
But bro tanks are
acceptable.
But anyway, so they
cool shit, bro.
Oh yeah, that was not on the website yet.
We gotta make that shirt.
Just a concrete square that says cool shit, bro. Question.
We'll get there.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, so they believed that like the right craft beer turns ordinary moments into extraordinary experiences, which is kind of like a twist on an old saying.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, so they realized that beer is the concentrations of stuff in water, which is kind of like where their fun, like, oh, we were cleaning things out, and now we're adding them back into water.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, very fun. Actually, the next slide that I had in there was this was one of the co-founders, Pete Oates' house. So they had less than state-of-the-art equipment. And if you
looks like Breaking Bad.
So if you look at the top where the hose is, that's a shower head.
So that's his mash tank and his liquor tank and these. I love it.
So they were using a shower head. And one of the things was like, no, the stove did not make it.
You imagine their electricity bill?
This guy was clearly single, because I can't imagine any partner coming home and being like, seeing that on their kitchen every day.
Nope. They'd be like, hey, I guess we're eating ravioli again.
Yeah. Hey.
I need
can you put the shower head back? That would be great.
I am so smelly.
Actually, it's more like I showered at my friend's house. Can you shower?
God. I love like all the homebrew stuff like that, or like the experimental stuff like that of people just trying to figure stuff out is always it's such a weird, fun game. Like you have to nail it on
too. Yeah.
It's just some guy who's in college and he's like, I can do that. And his buddy's like, my mom's got a stove. I know we don't have one in the room. Well, we can use my mom's house.
Well, because we've had people who like started brewing in the bathtub.
Yeah.
Like on the show. Like it is just a matter of like, I'm gonna figure this out, and like this is what I like to do. And it's so interesting to like hear and or see like how different breweries have started, especially ones that are so like big.
I don't know how big they are. I hope that's in question number 2.
It's not. We just talked about them being one of the top ones. Though.
Sounds like it.
All right. How many hop varieties are in this tippa?
I can treat.
Are you going to cheat?
Yeah, keep reading. Give me
A, 5, B, 6, C, 7.
It doesn't say.
Oh, good. Aha!
Well, there is one variant. Women should not drink alcoholic beverages when they're pregnant. Oh, no, that's not a variant. That's science. I'm
going to go with 7 on this one.
I think 7 seems outrageous. If there's 7 in here, this is prison wine.
I'm pretty sure that's what we're getting ourselves into.
No, I agree with Cady. I think it's B. 6 is a way more normal number. Yeah, sorry. I was reading Andy's and talking.
Man, I had a beer the other day that had 10.
What?
I mean, yeah, but it's not a triple IPA. You don't need that many things in a triple IPA.
I mean, it's triple hopped. It means that you use like 3 different
I understand that
times of putting hops in. So you have 3 different opportunities to create a different hop variety, and at each one you're going to get different flavors.
If there's 7 in this, I'm probably going to pour it down the toilet.
I disagree.
I feel terrible about that.
I can't wait.
You are not. You would never.
I'm gonna fucking love it.
Bring the camera.
Oh yeah. So I'm going B.
I'm going C. What's
Okay.
everyone else? What's
So
the
far,
crowd
we
doing?
had an A, 2 A's, a B, 7 is a lot, according to Andy.
And then Cady says no alcohol. It's definitely got alcohol in it. We'll let you know how much, but it currently says 10%.
Text me in the morning and you can find out.
But yeah. Good luck out there.
I'm going B. I want it to be B. No whammies.
I'm going jerk store.
I'm going jerk store.
All right. So the answer is 7.
I'm gonna pour this shit in the
No.
toilet.
Okay, hold on. So they started off with a like substantial oat and wheat base, and then they doubled up on incognito hops, and it was the first time that they were
That doesn't count
it.
as one. I can't see it.
Stop. They were using it in the whirlpool alongside like a lot of the heavy hitters of the Citra and Mosaic.
Sure.
But they used Citra, Mosaic, Incognito, Amarillo, Belma, Columbus, and Galaxy.
Yes.
That's the dry hops, but then they also use some in the actual brewing.
What? If they're not dry hops, what are they? If they use them in the actual.
So
brewing
if you
process.
use them in the
They're moist hops, I believe.
no, they're no, you use them in the
Everyone on the podcast,
Okay.
I apologize for your
For what?
listening only version where
No,
you had
use
to
them-
heard Phil say
use them in the
moist.
boil. You know, use them in
Moist?
the boil.
They're moist.
God, wish you were moist show. That's my next show.
You're gonna need a co-host for that one. Not me, bro.
Dude, I feel dirty for that one. Okay, well.
So there's really 7. God,
Yeah.
crap. Boy, I
Yeah,
hope
you
this
sound
works out.
so upset. Do you have
Yeah,
more information on this one, Tiffany, or are we moving on so that we can
no, that's
also
it.
let's crack open this beer then for question 3.
So this is question 3, which is typically when we're gonna go ahead and open the beer and pour it and start to drink it through the rest of trivia so that we can get a round taste profile of it. Not just a knee-jerk reaction to the first taste of it. And it's just a great excuse for me to get drunk through the rest of trivia. So see
That's
y'all
really-
in the morning.
It's
That's
very
really
great.
the only reason.
Oh yeah, 100%. And also, just in case you didn't notice, I am drinking out of a birthday glass with a birthday shirt. Love my breweries that send me merch.
I mean, that's you've worn that shirt and that outfit a few times. You must be a
Dude,
big
I wear it
Birthday
everywhere.
fan.
Somebody mentioned it recently. They were like, "Oh, look at you matching," and I was like, "Yeah,
You're the birthday mascot.
I'm for it."
Everyone's
So
like,
just-
where is it?
So next question. Moving on.
Yes.
Wait, hold
let's
on.
do
No,
it.
before we get to the next question, I apologize. I think.
Can I help you?
Yeah, we didn't have. We don't have a guest, so everybody's been a little fucked up so far because we haven't.
We have no one to keep us standard.
Yeah, and we've
Yeah.
had guests multiple weeks in a row, so we forgot how to interact with each other. But
I think we're doing okay.
don't we?
All right. We've
Don't-
got a promo video for this brewery.
Do we normally have a promo video for this brewery?
Yeah, we just didn't do one. And here's what we'll do. You have 33 seconds. That's how long the promo is. Whoever drinks the most when we get back wins. Go.
So, all right, I'm almost done.
What the fuck?
You're welcome, Tiffany. Enjoy that later.
Yeah,
Phil. And I kept saying, like, Daniel, stop. Daniel, stop.
I was like, I can't let Phil beat me.
I was like,
Jeez.
"Don't gonna beat you." I need to take a sip.
I can see you in the bottom screen, not even drinking. And I was like, but still, it's a, I have to.
Okay, stop. Just stop for a minute. Okay.
I was dying. I was like, oh, he's really doing it.
Cool.
So basically, that's
Cool
the
shit,
promo of the
bro.
brewery.
I didn't watch the promo because I was so busy just gaping mouth watching Daniel chug a triple like we're fucking children.
It's a
Enjoy
brilliant
your beer,
idea.
man.
I have plenty left. There was still some in the can.
It was a dribble out of the can.
It's a 12-ounce glass and a 16-ounce can. We're
It's
good.
Okay. Cool.
Well, so just for everyone listening, that was the promo. It just showed some photos of the brewery. The brewery looks pretty cool. I mean, you may have missed it, both of you.
Yeah.
I 100%.
Yeah, I didn't see any of it. I was
just
busy winning.
watching Daniel.
They've got a really cool artwork with like Einstein all over the place. A lot of cool like kind of like painting work, and then the brewery itself is just gorgeous. It's got like really nice wood work. It's got, I don't know if you missed it.
Ooh. Phil was also
didn't-
chugging his beer.
I didn't even chug it, and I'm like, woo. So I don't know how Daniel feels currently. Also,
I'm in
some
space.
really, really nice fooders. So it's the perfect opportunity to buy that fooder shirt on
God, I
our
love
merch.
fooders. I don't care who knows it.
Really pretty fooders there. So this brewery, I think, knows what they're doing. I'm gonna assume.
Well, I give you a hint. I drank half the beer already, so let's find out. Question 3.
Can't even. True or false? The name equilibrium comes from the chemical state where reactants and products are in a steady, unchanging state over time, like a good beer.
There's
Okay,
no
so let me-
sentence that would have been harder for me currently than this one.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you're reading.
So a chemical state is two different products or two different things.
You don't have to mansplain
Together.
me. I understand that.
Okay.
I work with chemicals all day.
I don't know, man.
Good beer should actually not be steady. It should change state over time, but it depends on what kind of beer you like. Good beer.
I like enjoying my beer instead of chugging it.
Good beer is a relative term because I like beers that change state over time.
Like
They get
they go
funkier.
away
No,
because you
Like no,
drank them?
they like move from Virginia to like New York. They change state, right?
Oh, I got time. We'll see how the rest of this episode goes. I'm gonna say false.
Sure. I'll go with you on that one. I
Don't
have no idea.
don't vote with me just because I drank a full beer.
Fine, I'll
already.
go against you. So one of us is right.
Thank you.
True. Tiffany,
It's false.
you tricked me, Daniel. Got me to switch last minute.
So they liked to drink beers that had massive tastes. And that was massive intense tastes. Actually,
Right.
they had the MIT.
Massive intense taste.
Right,
Yeah, I
so,
understand
but
what they
they-
did
they
there. Yeah,
capitalized
that
it.
was the bro in the room, not the
Yeah.
chemical engineer.
Anyway, I just
Massive intense.
1000%.
I couldn't put on screen, but I just needed everyone to know that there is someone who's extremely clever
Right. Yes.
writing
yes,
their story.
Yes.
But they also really wanted that rounded flavor profile that didn't have like the harsh edges or was like difficult to drink.
Sure.
So, because sometimes if there's an intense flavor, it's like it can be
It's brash.
obtrusive.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they wanted something easy to drink, and so that balance between the two concepts was equilibrium.
Yep.
So,
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
while yes, what I put up there is true minus the good beer. That is the like chemical definition of equilibrium. It's not what they were going for.
Yeah. The chemical definition of equilibrium is a Christian Bale film, and The Matrix stole all of their information from it. Check the dates. Go on IMDb. I hate to birds aren't real, you people, but
I love that movie so much. It is so good.
Cool.
Sorry. Cool shit, bro.
Cool shit, bro.
Wait till that shirt comes out. That's gonna be the #1 seller.
All right. When did Equilibrium Brewery open? 2009, 2012, 2015.
So this is gonna be a crapshoot for me because unless you really look this up, I don't know.
Yeah.
I know they've been around a bit. Like, I mean, we've had their beers at least 2 to 3 years ago, like as a beginner beer of their brand. So I think it's probably older than that. I'm gonna say B, 2012. only because Cady also said B, and I agree with you.
Because you have been
One of
your
us is
triple.
one of us has been drinking, and it
not-
wasn't Cady.
Wasn't Cady.
I'm gonna go 2015 here.
Okay.
Yep. I'd love to give you some reasons, but I have
None. This
Yep.
is a crapshoot question because unless you
Yeah.
really looked it up, you
Yeah.
have no fucking chance other than a pure guess.
All right, Tiffany.
Okay. So, and this is where I was hoping we'd actually get a guest. Remember how I texted you all earlier? Like, do we have a guest?
I know.
So here's what their internet site says. So I was thinking the answer was 2009.
It is.
However,
It's 2012?
no.
Oh.
So it says, in 2009, we decided to open a brewery, which sometimes is like, this is when we decide, but it's
That
not
was
when
like
we actually-
Decided.
exciting.
But then it says, we went heavy on the science and still continue to do so as beer is incredibly complex. We were brewing 6 batches a day to get the right distribution of compounds in the glass, which triggers the cascade of, wow, this is really good, which then brings people together and creates memorable experiences.
Okay.
So it sounds like they were brewing, maybe just not distributing.
They were brewing, but not a brewery.
Right. So then in 2015, they purchased the Henry Street in Middletown, New York. Middleton, New York, which is where they now have their base of operations. So in theory,
technically.
C is the correct answer if you go word for word with what they had.
I'm
But-
with Andy. B is for bandwagon. They were way early on the game.
But yeah, so I was like, oh, it's really interesting because like we all know that like there's the concept of the brewery that you create early, but like
We don't know
The
that. I've never
wording-
made a brewery.
okay, so whenever you make a plan to do something, there's like the concept, there's the
Yes,
alpha testing,
yes,
and then you do the
yes.
beta testing.
Yes, I've made some plans, but yes, I've alpha and beta tested it, but my fish tank didn't work out well. Have you drank this beer yet?
Yeah, I just poured it out. Sometimes there's adults in the room and they are slowly drinking their triple.
Well, I'm off tomorrow, so
I mean, me
whatever you
too,
wanna talk
but
about.
I still got to get up and be somewhere at 8 o'clock. I haven't had to be anywhere at 8 o'clock for like basically since 2019.
Wow.
Yeah, man, I work. For those of you listening to the
God.
podcast, that was the struggle was real clip.
You know what I love, Phil? You were complaining about not having someone on the show and like, oh, this is like, oh man, I'm out of place. You have not fucking missed a beat. And
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe we should never have guests on again. It's like, I think this is your kind of your niche. Like,
Yeah, I think I'm not. I have no idea because my mouth is not working tonight very well. But my like mouse game today is killing
Dude,
it.
it's
I will
killer.
say.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good news.
How's
So-
your gerbil game?
Much,
That's different. It's a different
much,
show.
much like everything, the brain ain't working, but the hand sure is.
All right, we have one more question.
Please go to question 4 or 5.
True, it is 5. True or false? Equilibrium's first beer release at their new location was a wild ale.
Honestly, for these people to be so MIT and then try to shit out a wild ale, I'm gonna go false. They probably made a lager or something really smart and like base level, and they weren't like, you know what we should do? A wild ale. We'll capture and then we'll make and then we'll no. That's artistic. That's the bro beer. And I think this is an MIT
I
beer.
think the wild ale is the creative beer, which isn't the bro beer
Really?
at all.
No, that's your grandma's like drying her sheets out on a line, and you figure out that, oh God, this tastes good.
I'm going true here because this is another one of those situations where I think the question was not created by Tiffany.
Correct.
I feel like she just read this.
This is an internet question. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, they don't just have trivia on their website. You do know that, right? Like,
It's
read-
weird though that everybody else is going true, and I said,
But it's like I'm not saying they had the trivia, but I'm saying like that seems like a fact. Like that seems like a weird. I don't think you would have just switched out, but maybe you switched out wild for something different. That's the only word that might
Yeah.
throw.
Yeah.
But
'Cause I do
it's like a
wild.
weird fact. So I'm
Sorry.
going with true on this.
See that?
I always have weird facts in here, though.
My
Then
thing
I always
is,
throw you all off.
I want this to be true because I love wild ales.
We have
It's-
one in the fridge you haven't touched.
I know, but we have some that used to be in the fridge that I touched.
Well, let's watch a promo while Daniel chugs this other beer.
Oh,
We have a promo?
Nope.
Oh, God.
God damn it! I'm so trained to do this.
I was like, he only has like this much more beer left. We need to wait.
Don't Patrick me. All right.
Okay, next. No, wait. Hold on.
We don't know. You haven't given us an answer.
I honestly think it's false. It's probably true, but I want it to be false.
All right.
It's true. And I say new location because it was their 2015 location. All right, Daniel has left. Oh,
I was gonna
spread out. So there's actually their first bottle release of There and Back Again was aged. It was their There and Back Again, which is a wild ale, and it was aged on apricots and peaches. And I actually have a slide that shows the line.
Is it apricot or apricot?
I always say apricot.
I say apricot only.
I'm an apricotter.
Yeah, I'm an apricotter. I know you
That's
are.
because you guys are East Coast.
You also say both.
Also, is that our shirt for this week?
I'm an apricotter. It will have the phonetic spelling of it. I'm an apricotter.
But on the back it says I'm an apricotter.
I'm fine with that.
Most confusing shirt in the world.
This is how you know you're in the Northeast. Here's the line to buy the first bottle from Equilibrium's new brewery. Everyone is just trying to get inside. They don't even know there's beer in there. They're just like, fuck, my car broke down in the snow. My snow chains broke. God damn it, I'm in.
Thank God I got my North Face on. Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, this is the first, the line to buy their first bottle. And then the next slide is actually their first cans, which were released.
Oh, nice.
I apparently didn't write it down.
At least they stuck with
right
the
there.
same.
So the bottle was released in February, and then the cans were released in June. And
we've had a variation of Photon.
So, and that's what they were saying on the site was that they actually released some of their their flagship beers that they still have, and it's the Photon of the MC squared. Yeah. And I couldn't know how to make the little 2 into a
that's Einstein shit.
A superscript. So it's a big 2, and I have
superscript.
Yeah, so there's subscript and superscript.
There's script that comes with a cape.
Yep.
All right, next question.
That is the end of trivia. You're welcome.
Well, Daniel's already done it, but should we drink this beer?
Let's drink/review this beer. I'm ready. So it's pretty bad.
All right. So this week we are reviewing hold on, move your face.
Sorry.
The Infinity Polar Vortex.
I get that a lot.
It's a triple IPA from Equilibrium.
Mm-hmm. Don't cover my face.
Collaborated on with Northern Monk.
Thank you.
Correct.
There you go.
Which they haven't talked to us about it yet. Get it? It's a monk joke.
So one thing about this beer that I read about is that this beer is known as blackout juice. Apparently.
Oh shit! You could have told me that before I got rid of it earlier. Jesus Christ!
Set you up nicely.
I'm drinking a Four Loko. God damn it!
That is kind of how it feels. I will say, drinking this thing.
No, it's pretty strong.
I disagree, but that's fine.
Some of us have a problem.
Yeah, if you drink it really fast, it's not bad.
All right, who wants to go first and what their
obviously
thoughts are?
Me before I fucking black out. God.
All right, go for it.
Now, honestly, I love triples. So this is usually like a triple is like I'm gonna have a beer tonight instead of having like 2 or 3 of something lighter. Triples are a great opportunity to actually sip on the beer. Normally, but I hate Phil so much because he was like, well, we should drink it really fast. And so here I am.
We're a grown adult.
Yeah, I know, but me and Phil will never grow up.
No,
We're the
it's very
Peter
true.
Pans of beer world.
Don't
Now,
you dare take my dad's quote.
I know. I never would. So I
He's
think,
dead, you know.
honestly, so
I don't even have time to throw a card up for that one, and I do have a dead dad card,
You-
so it's very bad that I didn't get it.
the
up there
shitty
in
part
time.
would be if you did have a dead dad card. I'd be like, God, how often does this come up?
And it's like a cartoon Bitmoji.
You guys are terrible.
That'll be
All
a
right.
different. That'll be a different shirt. Check out our merch store. A lot of dead dad shirts.
Let's look for the dead dad shirt. Is it here? I don't think it's here. Here's the fooder one though.
The fooder one is good though. If your dead dad could put it in the fooder, he would.
Bury me in a fooder. That's what it should say.
Honestly, that's kind of what the wild ales are about. And I didn't want to have this conversation earlier, but no.
Back to the beer.
Yeah, back to the beer. Obviously, I drink a shit ton of it fast, so I'm probably not the best gauge of it. But
Terrible gauge of it.
I do love triples. Triples are one of my favorites
To
because
sip on.
to sip on normally. But I love a good heavy like ABV. I love IPAs. I'm gonna give this a 9.75
Out of 5. Solid
No,
score.
no. What? When did that change? That's a new rating scale? All right,
What are you
fine. I'll give it a 3.75 then.
All right.
What is better for you, Phil? Tell me what to rate it. No, I like 3.75 because I drank the whole thing and I'm probably not a good gauge of it. So I apologize, Equilibrium, but maybe you could respond to the Instagram or emails I sent you. So I'm going to go with 3.75 just because I drank a shit ton of it fast.
All right. Tiffany, what do you think? What do you think of this beer?
So when it poured out of the can, it had a really nice, like fluffy, foamy head, and it's got
Love fluffy head.
No, but it's got like the good I can't
More
remember
of a
what
foamy head.
No. Get out of Costa Rica.
it's God, I can't remember what the lines are called on the thing, and I
Right,
feel
right.
like we've covered this on the show.
We have. Vero
and-
will tell us here shortly. There's a blog for that.
Probably a blog about it. Yeah.
There's a blog about it.
No, but it's got like good lines on the cup as well,
Yeah.
which
Love a good
just
line on a
means
cup.
it's got a good protein content.
Yep.
But it for being it stop it.
Stop it.
Both of you need to stop. I'm gonna keep talking, and
Go
I'd
ahead,
like
go,
you to
go,
both
go,
just stop.
go.
So for being
You brought up protein.
Such
I'm just
for being such a heavy ABV, it does not taste like it. So the term blackout juice definitely applies here in the fact that
Right.
you could drink this without knowing and very quickly be done.
Be like, oh shit.
Yeah, I did that
Yeah.
once with a bourbon
What?
barrel, like brown ale or something
That
that
was adorable.
was like a 10%, but it was like so delicious.
Oh shit.
And so I had 2 of them, and I was like, I need to stay here for a long time now.
I live in Utah now.
No, this was
Oh.
was at 2nd Street actually.
Shit, this is recently.
I mean,
Where the hell was I?
this was the first date I had before we started dating, so I immediately was like, oh, I need to be very careful because I don't know this person.
Are you gonna rate this beer?
Yeah. So I like this in the fact that it is a triple. It is not super harsh. The whole concept of equilibrium where it is like, well, you can have this one.
Perfect. This is a triple?
No, it's a
it's okay.
5%.
Yeah, boo.
So, but it's really clean. I'm gonna give it a 4.25.
Mm.
Like as far as triples go, like this is one of the better ones in the sense that I don't know it's a triple.
Well, that's always my thing with a triple. Is it smooth? Do you not recognize that it's a 10.5 or like that is well done.
This is one of the ones where I'm glad I knew ahead of time.
That's why I gave her 3.75.
Mm.
Phil, how about you, boo?
I think I'm either tasting something different or I'm for me it's I know this is a heavy triple. Like
Oh, really?
I'm having difficulty drinking it, unlike you, Daniel. I'm having difficulty like getting it down. Like it's real heavy. It's I think the hard part with me for it's a thicker one, that's for sure. And then the other thing about it is I'm getting so much kind of juice out of it that I'm having like it's like almost burning my tongue when you drink like too much orange juice.
Yeah.
So just in general, I'm just struggling with it. But however, like taste wise, it is good. It feels like it's a well-made, good beer. You know? So it's hard because I'm in that like weird area where I personally don't necessarily want it again.
The hard part for me is, and what I always think about is, do you recognize it's a 10.5%?
I don't know if I know it was 10, but I would definitely know it was high.
Like if you just got it somewhere, would you be like, oh, I'm getting a little like hot burn or a little like fruit or a little whatever.
On the nose, it's pineapple, bright citrus, grass, and a touch of apple candy.
Oh, I love fresh cut grass.
But that's gonna be like the fresh.
I don't need to smell it. I've already had a full one.
I mean, it's not boozy. Like it doesn't give you that like. And then, this is a shit ton of alcohol in it. You don't get like that, but with how heavy it is, it just kind of. I think I wouldn't be surprised if someone like, oh, that's a 10er. I'd be like, damn. Like I would have thought probably 7 or 8.
I would have put it,
But like, I don't know. So I'm struggling with this beer because my score. I know it's a well done beer. I know it's a good beer, but personally, I'm just not loving it.
Fair.
And this is where people's Untapped reviews differ. Is it you're rating it against the style, in which case you're only rating it against other triples that you've had, or is this a personal rating in that I may or may not like this style of beer, and here's my like.
I hate rating. America. Here's what I dislike about this high ABV beer.
I don't know if you.
So I've definitely had.
You're going for.
I've had other triples, and I don't remember not liking them as much. But I will say I don't think it's a style I love. I think it's too harsh. It's too like this one's definitely just too citrusy for me. Like it's just too juicy. It's and so for me, I'm giving this a 3.5.
So
where the hell does that put us then?
We haven't had. By the way, we have not had 3 different scores.
We've
like
never.
That
no, yeah. This is
like we haven't had to do math in many weeks, and I think that may have been on purpose.
When do we math?
Can I just read you while we're doing math?
Yes.
I'll read you this, and then Phil, you do the math.
Go.
Are you okay with that?
Go.
Okay.
What was Tiffany? You were 4.25, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I was a 3.
Daniel's a 3.75.
What?
Yes, you were 3.75.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
But it says this fruit punch smoothie packs a medley of fresh squeezed orange juice, deep papaya, anjou pear. I don't know how to say that.
I don't think you can use the word Jew, but whatever.
I've never actually said that word out loud.
Well, me either.
Like, you know how you like read a word and you've never really heard it?
Yeah, it's like the news stories on the N word, but sure.
Melon, candied lime with a complex assorted berry notes throughout.
I mean, I can.
Wait, so why are they using the word smoothie?
So
Well, I mean, like this is thick in the fact that like
when you get it in the triple game,
and it really is. This is not quite smoothie style, but it's thick enough that it could potentially.
It's
be
pretty damn close.
Yeah.
Style.
Yeah. Well, then maybe pop that on the can or something.
Well, then go fuck yourself. Yeah.
Oh. Phil, you and your like put it on the can, or does it?
Put it on the can, or
tell me everything that's in this thing. Give me the full details here. They've given me nothing on the can.
You know what the problem is? So when you're heavily distributed, like they are, and you're within the like national rankings or even international rankings, I don't have to put what's in the can. You're buying me because of my brand.
Yeah.
You already know who I am.
There's also
I have a little brand pride that's still though,
Well, I think there's also the fact that like shipping between state lines, there's so many different caveats that you need to take into consideration that like there's things you need to have on the can for each state. So like I know in Virginia you need to have the EBV, like you need to have like,
North Carolina you gotta have a penis on it. Right, normal stuff.
I'm dying now.
Boy, I have sent the wrong cans of our beer to North Carolina. I apologize.
I may never recover from this coughing attack. I just want you to know that.
Right. Well, Tiffany's gonna cough forever.
I'm dying.
We're at 55 minutes. Why don't we wish you were a beer? Why don't we get into
Hold
that?
on, we haven't even given our final score yet.
Oh, yeah, because I can't fucking math that hard. That's what we do.
3.83. So
Oh, that's
is that
not bad.
a?
So 375 overall.
It's not terrible.
There we go.
Yeah.
It's not a bad score. It's not a bad beer. It's just,
It's
you know, at the end of the day, Untapped. Yes,
still
you are rating Untapped on like how good the beer is. There is that, but then there's also that aspect of like, do I want this beer? Like, this is my ratings. These are my feelings on it. And what am I using Untapped for? Am I using it to check out to see what I like, or am I using it to say like, oh, that's a really good beer?
Right.
So, and I always kind of go back and forth with that because I know how much it hurts brewers when people do it with personal thoughts.
Right.
And it is unfortunate that it's gotten to that point, but at the same time, it's like, well, what am I doing here if I'm just rating? Am I doing it for the brewery or am I doing it for myself? And I go back and forth with that a lot. And for me, it's nice to look back and say, hey, I don't give triples that high of a score normally. So maybe I don't want the triple that's on the board today.
Yeah.
That's pretty much every decision I make is like, maybe I should have a triple.
We have different drinking goals.
That definitely depends. Sometimes I'm like, just give me that fucking triple. You know, like there are days where I don't care how it tastes.
Today,
yeah.
And
But then at that point, you might as well just get you like a good like bourbon. Like go have
and
like
that's exactly it. Would I take a triple or would I take like a nice, you know, bourbon barrel thing? Like
it's a loaded game. So I always think, and honestly on this show, I think it's consistent enough, like keep up with the beer style. Like I'm judging this beer style against its own beer style. Like that's important because don't check in a beer on Untapped if you not an IPA fan and you check in an IPA and give it a 1. You're a fucking idiot. Don't do that.
But if you're using Untapped for the sake of your own personal, what do I give beers? Because I think initially that's probably kind of what it was used for.
Yeah,
and
that's fair.
And then it slowly turned into the Yelp of beers,
right?
Which is unfortunate. And I think
a
lot of brewers are like, Untapped, you've got to do something about this. Like, there does almost need to be a setting of like my score for myself and my score for like something like. Or like maybe they need more professionals on Untapped that have like a professional.
We'd be happy to be the professionals.
Phil, are you a supporter of Untapped?
Because you could matter. That doesn't make me a professional. Well, here's the thing. Maybe if you're a supporter of Untapped, they should show the supporter score versus the every person score. Because the supporter score
one is my penis and one is my actual score.
All right. What I wish was actually beer.
Here's the thing. Tiffany and I just had a conversation off air. It was a short conversation, obviously, because we, you know. But apparently, I have to show my penis to.
No!
Oh, no. Okay, all right, fine.
But mine is a friend of mine. Friend of mine is a friend of.
Yeah.
He is
Phil, this is your fault.
One challenge, Phil, and you fucked my whole world. All right.
What do you wish was actually beer, Daniel?
Well, this is the portion of the show where we talk about what we wish was actually beer.
Correct.
Whether it's from our entire lifetime, this month, this week for you.
It is Shark Week on Discovery Channel.
Oh, on Discovery. God, that was a long pause.
On purpose.
But so this is the point of the show where we talk about something that we wish was actually beer versus what it really is, because probably what it really is sucks. I assume.
Go for it.
Oh, you want me to go first?
Yeah.
You really gonna pull that shit on me right now?
Yep.
All right, hold
on. Nope. Your podcast is still working correctly.
I can't wait for you guys to hear that silence. What? Oh, you go first? Hold on. 4 seconds of silence. The radio just collapsed. Some Don Rickles looking motherfucker just ran in. It was like, what are we doing here? That's quiet.
Daniel, what do you wish was beer?
Jesus Christ.
That silence.
No, Jesus Christ.
Oh. So
You wish he was beer.
No,
So,
I had a religious experience this week, which was not with you, just with the church, and
continue.
I just wish Jesus Christ was beer because it'd be really cool to go get a beer and not have to worry about what he thought about it or what maybe he told somebody else could be said about it or how he could have wrote about it through a ghost writer. He's the original ghost writer. I'm not impressed. I'm tired of this shit. Can we just make our own laws and stop paying attention to shit and drink beer and have a good time?
Well, if I don't sin, he died for nothing. So
If I don't sin, he died for nothing. It's one of my favorites.
That's a good tattoo.
That being said, I have that tattoo. It's
Right.
but it's Steve-O. It's Steve-O from Jackass. He's my entire back, and he says, "If I don't sin."
Okay.
With an arrow pointed.
I wish water was beer.
So you could drink.
No,
So that Daniel would have chugged it earlier.
Oh, fuck you.
Yes, but no. Like I feel like it's been really hot lately. Well, I not feel like it's 100% really hot lately. I've been drinking a lot of water, and water's getting boring, and beer is delicious. So
Boy, that is tough.
it would just make water a little bit.
Yeah, it's a
more
hard
exciting.
day for you. Phil, do you have anything? I'm sorry, I can't. It's been really hot inside on the computer, so I wish water.
Yeah,
was
but there's
here.
not a whole lot of like good AC back there. We need to put a mini split in.
I'm upset that mine was also temperature based because I've been sitting here just sweating my ass.
Oh, you're
off
sweating your
this
dick
whole
off.
show. Holy fuck! I don't know what it is. What's weird is it wasn't that hot today, and normally I sweat back here, but
yeah,
today this murder room is super sweaty. But I'm also I'm a little sad because this is probably the second to last murder room show.
Yeah,
Unless you find another.
Well, yeah, and the Airbnb I'm staying in kind of looks like a murder house, so I think we're in for a good good time up there.
I love it.
But yeah, so that was mine. I mean, it's I'm just sitting here drenched in my own sweat, and I'm sure it looks fantastic on film.
Oh, you look
tell.
great.
I can't tell.
Yeah,
just glistening. Good.
Jesus, that hit is made for film. Look at that.
Ah, fills up the whole screen. I know. Well, this was fun.
I had a good time.
I had a great time.
What are we doing next week?
Next week.
We have to have that somewhere.
We are doing another beer next week. This is apparently what we do. Episode 73 will be Killer Kolsch.
I'm very excited for
I forgot all about that.
So we actually met Trippy Animals. Well, we met some of Trippy Animals.
Yes. Yeah.
While we were at the Untapped Festival last month.
Which means they won't be on the show because they met us in person.
I think
it depends on what hour they met you at.
Whoa, early in the game, which is even worse.
Did Tiffany take an eye out with one of our business cards that she was hucking around, or?
So I do believe that
you guys need a card.
It was closer to the end of the day versus the early part of the day. Keep in mind,
which means they also don't want to talk to me anymore.
We had bird scooters, so technically we weren't driving.
We had a good time.
And I was making it rain business cards on people.
We're doing a Kolsch from Tripping Animals.
Yeah.
We
so
are.
Kolsch is not what they're known for.
No.
But so I actually got this can from Early Birds, which is a local like bottle shop near us.
Yeah.
And the can is killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good can.
I see you.
And in general, I was trying to look for like beers that were like summer friendly. Okay. And the fact that like they're light and like
it's a Kolsch. Yeah,
right. Like a Kolsch is like a great summer beer. And we haven't done a Kolsch yet, I don't think.
We've done a few Kolsch. I think we've done a few.
100%.
Are you sure?
We did a cucumber Kolsch last
100%. Yeah, 100%.
But we haven't done many Kolsch.
Watch our show.
Right. Kolsch is not like a standard style for us. It's
also we don't do it often.
And we also haven't done. I feel like and I feel like maybe I'm not remembering correctly because
It's
I
wrong.
You're allowed to
haven't
feel the way
half
you
of
feel.
a triple. That maybe the trivia we did for the Kolsch was not like, what is a Kolsch?
Mm.
I'll
It
check.
it was probably what is a cucumber.
Yeah,
It's probably.
I give you a hint.
Trivia.
It's a cat scarer awayer.
it doesn't
All
work
right.
on our cat. Phil,
All right. Well, what was there something else?
What?
I literally was about to go. I literally had a really big fear right there. I was like, oh shit, what do I wish was beer? Like that's where my brain was.
so triples
And I was
are
like,
great.
I was like, oh wait, no, we're past that.
I
said something
literally,
stupid
when I
earlier.
posted this on our Twitter,
Wait,
I was
wait,
like,
wait, everyone
hangover
else.
to ensue.
Hold on. So Andy wishes flight delays were beer
flights.
delays.
Oh, I see what he did there.
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes, yes.
okay.
And
All right.
Katie says the Captain Crunch she's eating right now, but actually I'm good with this trade-off
Why are you eating Captain Crunch?
because she doesn't feel like
It's
she
the middle
really
of fucking night.
missed out on much today.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Also,
Is that a bash on our episode? Is that what that is?
I think it's more of like
100%.
she's
like, I didn't even watch. I left it on and I left the room.
Yeah,
Don't worry about you.
Also, Katie, R.I.P. to the roof of your mouth.
Yeah. Enjoy Captain Crunch.
I fucking love Captain Crunch. I haven't had it in so long.
We'll do that
Remember
next.
Captain Crunch berries when they just did all berries?
All
Oops, all
berries?
Yes.
Sorry.
You were like, too many berries. Oops.
No. So
Said no one ever,
this-
Sparrow.
This local brewery near us did an oops all berries.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
variant.
And it's like a nano brewery.
It
Like
was
they're
very
tiny.
good.
They did like a
He was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I put in
a
like
5-barrel of oops all berries, and it tasted just
it was
fucking like it.
freaking delicious.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Uh,
We'll talk about that more on our cereal podcast that we have.
Oh yeah.
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 Cereal
killer.
cereal food.
cereal.
Right.
It's cereals. It's a cereal podcast about serial killers who eat cereal.
Oh.
Really face.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
It's literally
It's one of
just
those.
about Andy.
I can't wait to find out what OJ ate for breakfast.
it's not about what breakfast he ate the day of. It's like what breakfast he just randomly ate.
Oh, okay.
What
gave you a
is-
hint. It's fucking terrible. No.
It was
No,
Wheaties.
what is the cereal that all of the like sports people have? They're on the cover of it. It's not
Wheaties.
Like, Wheaties. Thank you.
Jesus.
God, I couldn't remember that. It's just Wheaties.
Read a book, Nicole Brown.
Oh no.
Oh no, wait, that didn't end well.
All right. So join us next week if you care.
Or if you hate OJ Simpson.
Where our show not only has a cool website with all of our merch up, but we'll be doing a show next week with Tripping Animals, a Kolsch. So either find that one or it's called Killer Kolsch, by the way.
Right.
Either find that Kolsch or another Kolsch. Join us next week and follow us on Instagram. Follow us on subscribe and follow.
Well,
on
subscribe
YouTube.
is not a website. You can't follow
Would
us
you
on
freaking
subscribe.
stop?
I'm just-
I'm maybe the most sober here. Which
wait
is
till you
surprising.
guys see our promos again. Follow us on subscribe.
No, I said or subscribe. All right. So Facebook, we've got it. Instagram, also have it.
Shut it down.
YouTube,
Shut it down.
subscribe.
No.
And we have a website. It is wishyourbeershow.com, and there's merch, and it's new. And if you haven't seen it, you should. End it.